Episode 76. Let me just double check that, man. I'll be losing my mind. Yeah, episode 76, hourly podcast. I'm on after the duo heads alongside my co-host, my brother, my brethren, Ethan, aka Bucket Hat Eth. International break, Eth. I don't really like this time of football. I just think it's so jarring. I wanted to start off from the jump. Yeah, international football is jarring. Players get injured. Like your country's made out to look like a fool. Like shout out to Greece, innit? Shout out to Greece, but English should be beating Greece. Sorry, you're trying a new system and all that. I just need to get to the job because it's actually irritating, and it also irritates me because I live near Wembley, so the trains home are jarring because there's just so much people packed on the trains, drunk. Oh, bro, I just don't need it. I just don't need it. I only caught the highlights because again, I don't watch it in real time like international games unless we're playing like a big opponent. I don't know if you watched it live or the highlights. What did you think of the game?
Yeah, I actually watched this game. In my head at the start of the day, I was like, "Is there even any point of
Yeah,
watching this game? Is it? Does it mean anything?"
yeah,
But I was like, "Oh, it's football. We'll give it a watch."
yeah,
And from the jump, they were so bad.
yeah,
It could have been it could have been six for Greece because they had a few disallowed goals.
yep, yep,
They kept on catching us with our high line. We were pressing when not everyone was pressing. It was just it was a bit of an odd game to watch from England.
yep,
You see all that talent on the pitch, but it seemed like nothing was sort of gelling. It looked very disjointed. But yeah, fair play to Greece. They deserved it. They fully deserved the result. And I was very surprised with how Lee Carsley came out and saying that he had not applied for the role. He doesn't want the role. He wants to go down to under 21s now. Um,
Oh,
it
did he
seems
say
like
that? He said he doesn't want the role. He doesn't want the
yeah,
job.
he said he hasn't applied for it, and also that, yeah, he's. It doesn't seem like he's ready for it. I think that's an excuse. I feel like it's an excuse. I feel like he knew what the position was. I think this was his audition, and he's kind of embarrassed himself against Greece. So yeah,
Yeah. I could hear like if he was to have said like, you know what, we're just trying something here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know, respect to Greece, but we're just trying something and whatever, whatever. I would have been like, you know what, fair play, man. I get it because yeah, the nations tournament, whatever, is a joke. My personal, I just think it's a case of the corporate companies wanting to squeeze as much juice out of the
yeah,
orange as possible. In my personal opinion, um, if you're Ollie Watkins, you're annoyed though, innit? You have to
yeah.
be.
Not starting a striker is very odd. Even Solanke, in a sense, like
Yeah,
you're a bit annoyed where when you see Palmer, Bellingham, Foden, and there's no sort of striker there. That
yeah.
they're the sort of creators that should be playing behind you.
They're looking
You're
for a
not even on
striker.
the pitch, but yeah, that's it. It's a bit annoying, but yeah, I think he's trying something new. He's trying a different system. If it worked, he would have been a genius. Everyone would have been like,
Yeah,
"Oh wow, this looks really good." Like, I hope he stays on.
yeah,
But it didn't go his way, and he seems to be going for the door already.
yeah, yeah. And you know what it is? He's probably thinking, buddy, yeah, I've only been in this job 2 minutes, and every day they're talking about me, Bill Carsey, Bill Carsey, Bill Carsey, Bill Carsey. He wasn't singing the national anthem when he was at Ireland. He's trying a new system, this and that, blah blah blah, this and that. So, and you know what? He's probably spoke to Gareth and probably thought Gareth like, what do you think? And Gareth's probably saying, mate. He probably just said, mate. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, they're gonna talk about you all the time. If you're mentally tough, then by all means, because it's like the La Liga series. Xavi quit the Barca job because he said, "Fam, it's too much, bro.
yeah,
That's all day. That's all you're thinking about. The media talking about you every second, especially Spanish media is different, especially because they're one of the top three biggest clubs in the world.
yeah,
And in the England job, obviously England have done very well in the previous tournament, so naturally they're going to be spoken about. Do you know what I mean? And obviously it's the most covered league or whatever. So obviously the national teams, yeah, bruv, like he's probably thinking, I don't need this. Under 21, I'm still working with ballers, I'm still performing high. If I want to go into like club level, then I'll work my way up. But yeah, that's heavy, man. That's heavy. So cool. Cool. I don't know. Like, so and we're playing what, Finland next, isn't it?
yeah. Finland today, I believe.
Is it
At
today?
Wembley. Yeah, I believe it's at not at Wembley. It's away in Finland.
Yeah, it's
So
in Finland, isn't it?
yeah, I don't reckon I'll watch it. To be fair,
What time is it?
I think it's a 5 o'clock or
Oh, I'm
four.
watching NFL. F that. I'm
Yeah,
watching
yeah. I'm
NFL.
I'm watching NFL. Yeah,
I'm
the
watching NFL.
London NFL.
I'm watching NFL. I'm not watching that game. F off, bro.
Mm.
Last time we played in Finland was that when Mason Greenwood and Phil Foden and those
Yeah,
two
yeah.
young.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it Ice? Was it
was that
Iceland? I think
Iceland? It
that
was
was
Iceland, isn't
Iceland.
it?
Yeah,
It was one of those. One of those. Just
yeah.
couple blonde ladies. You know. Oh, boys will be boys. Oh, crikey. But what's I gonna say? Premier League season so far. Let's dive into the Premier League season so far. As of right now, with how many games played? 7 games played.
Yeah.
Liverpool on top with 18 points. City and Arsenal are second and third, joint on 17 points. Same games won, same games drawn. Chelsea, though, I want to talk about Chelsea, Eve. Fourth, 14 points. Now, I actually can't remember what was your take before the season. I think everyone said, yeah, they've got like mad talent on the squad, but like, and I still don't agree with the transfer policy and what they did and the overall. I still don't agree with it, but winning covers everything, and you guys have been winning. Your thoughts on the boys so far?
Yeah, I think I said I was hopeful. I said I would hope that we get top four, but it was just a matter of the sort of cohesion and gelling these players together, which thankfully it's kind of gelled together in these first 7 games. Um, I think Madueke's been brilliant.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, I'll go back to our previous result. I think Nottingham Forest, these are the sort of games where you should be winning, and these are the ones that you look back at the end of the season, you think this could have cost us top four if we had won that game. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing the fact that we went behind and then we kind of looked like we were going to go for the winner, but it just seemed really subdued.
Mm.
But yeah, we'll see how they bounce back after the international break. I can't. This is why I hate international break as well, because you have to wait.
Momentum. It kills
We have
momentum.
that sort of momentum
Yeah,
going for us at this moment in
yeah.
time. But yeah, no, I'm happy with everything. Happy with Sancho. Sancho looks amazing
Oh,
at the moment.
30
Palmer
M's. 30 M's.
I know. It
And he's
seems
still young.
reasonable.
And he's still mad young, Eve.
Yeah, this is it. I think, yeah, especially going back to London probably is.
Helps him, yeah.
He knows London quite well. And yeah, it just seems everything seems to be gelling at this moment in time. I've spoke about previously. I don't think our defense looks amazing. And our next game is against Liverpool. So I think Liverpool they look quite good at the moment, and we've
Yeah.
got suspensions in Cucurella and Fofana now, so it'll be a difficult game, but hopefully we can come away with a point or even a win. We'll see.
Shout out to Nicholas Jackson, man. Balling. Absolutely balling. And I always said, like, yo, this guy looks like once he figures it out, he'll pop off. And he's sporting the number 15. Now I'm not getting ahead of myself, but I'm just saying, like, yo, he looks like, yeah, it's starting to like click with him. And because he's always made the runs, it was just like his finishing that was lacking, and he's getting there. But obviously, Cole Palmer's the guy, but who else has like impressed you so far in these 7 games for Chelsea?
I would say Casado has come into his own a little bit more.
Mm,
He's doing that sort of more defensive role. He also can pick a pass. He's assisted on a lot of goals this season
yeah.
already. Um, Yeah, he does all of the dirty work that a lot of people don't see. But yeah, he's impressed me quite a lot. Colwell has impressed me. I know I was going on about the defense and it not being solid enough, but Colwell has stepped up this season in replacing sort of Thiago Silva in that position. Um, and yeah, Madueke, as I've said, I think Madueke is another one where if he just sometimes he's lacking that clinical edge, and I think in the next few games, I hope he sort of lives into that, gets a bit sharper, and takes the chances that he has. I know he has taken some of the chances that Wolves game, especially, but yeah, I want to see him be more clinical and have that sort of final delivery because sometimes he lacks that composure in front of goal.
What about Nkuku?
And Cuckoo, it's been a bit stop start, and they're cup games that he's sort of performed well in. I
Mm.
want to see it in the Premier League. I know it's difficult, like you said. Jackson has stepped up and taken his chance this season.
Mm.
But I think if Nkunku actually gets a chance, I think he could replace Jackson, because the last 2 games, Brighton and Nottingham Forest, Jackson had chances in those games and just hadn't taken them.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But yeah, we've got a stacked team. Our attack, there's so many attackers that we can pick upon, such as Felix, Neto, and Nkunku off the bench. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good times as a Chelsea fan, but I'm not getting too ahead of myself.
Yeah. And in terms of like, I know we spoke about him before, Sanchez, the goalie. Your thoughts on him? Like, he's still shaky, man. Still shaky. When do you think do you think they're gonna stick with him, or the matey boy they bought from? Is it Villarreal they bought him in it? Is it Philip?
Yeah, it's Jorgensen. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he may see some time like in the starting 11 this year if Sanchez keeps on being a bit shaky or not?
I think Maresca's gonna keep to Sanchez. I think he doesn't really want to mess around with it too much in the Premier League games. Yeah, Jorgensen has played in the sort of cup games and has impressed me. But yeah, Sanchez, the stupid errors against Brighton was really like, it cemented to a lot of fans that he isn't the number one going forward. So hope in summer or January we will see a replacement, because yeah, I don't think he's good enough. I don't even think Jorgensen is good enough for Chelsea level. But
Really,
I just don't understand it. I understand possibly why we've gone for him, because he's one of those that can play out the back.
Yeah.
But he doesn't fill me with any confidence, and from a goalkeeper you want that confidence, and
Yeah.
I think he has that in that La Liga, even in that La Liga doc on Netflix. Yeah, he just seems very down on himself. He doesn't seem very confident, Jorgensen. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see.
Right. I want to briefly talk about my boys Arsenal. I want to talk about Bukayo Saka, right? Because like he continues to still get the hate, but like I don't understand that. Why? Like I think it's maybe just because he plays for Arsenal. I truly do, because like if you're telling me this guy's not up there with the top right wingers in the world, then I you don't know ball. And I hate using that phrase, but you don't know ball. This guy's scoring goals, getting assists, consistently doing it. A guy who got injured playing for England, obviously, but yeah, man, like Arsenal, if Saka's not on our team, we're not top 4, bro. Honestly, and we got Odegaard out as well. And Saka stepped up, and he's season year in year out, bro. Remember, this guy started as a left back, left winger, right winger. Cool. I think if he could even play up top if we wanted him to. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just such a good baller. I don't understand. Like, and you'll see. To be honest, I think a lot of it is people just trolling. That's what I personally believe, because like. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think it's undoubtedly. But I also want to give his flowers to Kai Havertz, because there was that big question: do Arsenal need a striker? I don't really think we need a striker anymore, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think he's still like the clinical 25 goals a plus striker. I don't even think he's technically is a striker, but he's doing the job for now. And the way Arsenal are playing, I just feel like we've got so many guys that can chip in with goals and stuff. Yeah, we're very, very pleased with the boys. But I want to say, like, defensively, like a lot of people are raving about what's his name? The Italian. What's his name again? Calafiori.
Calafiori, yeah.
I still need some time to still like, because I like, a lot of football fans, they get ahead of themselves, innit? I'm not saying he's not a good footballer, but I still want to see some time. I still think he needs to adjust his stuff. Like, obviously he scored the great goal against City and whatever, but yeah, I still need some time. I'm not the quickest to be like, oh, this guy's amazing, this guy's class. I want to see, personally,
Yeah,
I want to see like 20 games. That's
yeah,
I've always said that marker.
You can't. I get you played City and he scored that goal. He was amazing, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say he was amazing in that game, because that Salvinho had him a couple times.
Yeah.
But you played the likes of Bolton, Leicester, Southampton. These are teams that aren't at that level, really. So yeah, you want to see him against sort of the bigger teams and the bigger names in the league. So yeah, it's hard to judge. And also he's a centre back as well.
Yeah, playing left back. Yeah, exactly.
Playing left back, so it's a bit difficult to judge at this moment in time.
City, do they look as strong as last year?
No, I
No,
wouldn't say so.
no, no. Um, what do you think is the thing? Do you think it's just the Rodri part is where they're lacking, or do you think it's maybe a case of sometimes it's mental fatigue? Like you've been doing it for so long, it's like, yo, we're tired, man. Like because obviously these guys are great athletes, they're robots, they're disciplined, they're at the top of their game, whatever. But competing year in, year out, year in, year out, like Jurgen Klopp just said, yo, I'm tired, man. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Obviously, he's going to be heading up the Red Bull football whole thing or whatever. But yeah, I don't think they look as strong as they have previously done. And I think Liverpool are benefiting from the new manager change and like their style of play being a bit more tidier, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
And going underneath the radar because everyone was so fixated on Arsenal and City that no one was really talking about Liverpool like that. If anything, people thought, oh, would they get top four? Maybe they'll get top eight. Well, they're currently sitting top of the table, looking good, man, looking good. The only thing that's looming over them is the three superstars contracts, but we're not really hearing much of that.
No,
But we spoke about it before. Salah, I think they all three maybe would want to stay, but whether they keep them all three, I don't know. I don't know, like, because obviously Trent came out and said that I've signed 3 or 4 contract extensions. They weren't done publicly. Neither would this one be, whatever, whatever. But I personally think he's gone. I think Real Madrid's calling his name. I think Carvajal getting the is ACL.
yeah, ACL, yeah,
I think Carvajal getting the ACL kind of makes them think, okay, and obviously Carvajal is advancing age in regards to football years anyway. He's still a young man in terms of life. But I think that's maybe another thing of them thinking, yeah, cool, we really need to try and get
yeah.
this deal done. If you've got anything to add to that, bro, or we can just move on to the next thing. A lot of people saying your boy Cole Palmer the best in the league right now. What's your thoughts on that?
He's got to be, to be fair.
Mm.
I think it took, to be fair, the first 2 games he looked a bit shaky, and you thought, oh, is he gonna be? Is it a one season wonder? Um, but yeah, no, he stepped up in that Brighton game, even the West Ham game the previous game before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems so effortless. He's got that nous to pick out a pass, can score a goal, that composure in front of goal. Yeah, it just seems too easy for
Added
him.
3 kicks to his game as well, hasn't he?
The free kick as well was amazing. But yeah, it just seems so effortless. I know a lot of people say how he sounds so dim. He sounds a bit like there's nothing going on in his head.
But that's not his job. His job is to play
But that's
football.
it. Maybe that's it. Benefits him in
Yeah.
that he doesn't sense that pressure. He doesn't feel the pressure.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just goes out and plays his game. So
Just plays his
yeah,
game.
I think he's definitely the best player in the league at this moment in time.
At this moment in time, I don't think it's hard to disagree with that, man. Like the best player, we're not talking goal scorer, we're talking pound for pound best player. Like you put him into a team, that team improves. Is Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. I'll ask you this question, Eve. Who do you think has been breakout stars this season? Now, I'm not just talking Premier League. I'm talking across the entirety of Europe. Who have been the guys where like maybe the names was like buzzing last year, or maybe no one was speaking about them at all last year, and then this year's like bang, yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're the one.
I've got a few Premier League ones. I know we saw him last season in the Community Shield, but Timber has been amazing.
Yeah,
I think the guy is so versatile. He can play in any sort of position and hold his own. And I'm happy that he's got back to the form that he showed at
yeah,
Ajax.
yeah,
I would also say Noni Madueke, like
yeah.
I've said already. I think he's been amazing this season. He's showing a lot more composure in front of goal. Like I've said, I think he needs to have that sort of finisher instinct and have that sort of final ball that sometimes he's lacking.
Mm.
But yeah, he's really impressed me this season. Gravenberch at
Oh
Liverpool.
yes, yes.
I know they talked about the sixth position, not filling that in, and he's been amazing at the start of the season. And I'm really happy for him, to be fair, because he went to Bayern and it seemed like his career was going downhill a little bit.
How
But
come you think it never worked for him at Bayern? What do you
I
think it was?
don't know. I really don't know why he didn't fit into that team. But
Like he's
yeah,
perfect for that team, isn't it? Like
it does seem that way. But yeah, he's been amazing this season. Duran at Aston Villa,
yeah, yeah.
just the impact sub, but he has really been great this season. Elsewhere, I would say Barcola at PSG. I've really been impressed with him.
Yeah.
Who else? I haven't really watched La Liga this season, to be fair, so I don't really know the standout players in La Liga. I'd say João Neves at what's his name at
PSG.
PSG.
Yeah.
Yeah, PSG has been really good. Elise at Bayern Munich has been
Yeah.
very good this
Yes.
season.
Nice.
Yeah, they're the sort of standouts I think for
Yeah.
me.
For me, the breakout stars of this year, I'm gonna start with Syria Como. Nico Paz. He was at Real Madrid last year. I think he's 21, either 19 or 21, one of those two ages. Backed himself because he's very comfortable just to stay at Real Madrid and be a guy. And yeah, he's went to Como, obviously a team that just getting promoted, so he's gonna get playing time. Obviously, he's underneath a great midfielder, the great Cesc Fabregas, to play for both our teams, World Cup winner and stuff. And I think he's got the most goal involvements in Serie A so far this season. I know Real Madrid, they're always smart with these guys. They've inserted a buyback clause, I think, for a year or two and stuff. And he's broken into the Argentina national team as an attacking midfielder. That's not easy. Yeah, he's not. He probably won't start, probably squad player or whatever. But I've been really impressed with him. Obviously, John Duran, we've been raving about him every chance we get. Like, guys just scoring big goals, big goals. The one against it was Everton that out the strike in it
Yeah,
from,
yeah,
and then the Bayern Munich one, like you said, Upamecano against him. Upamecano is not a slouch. He's a big boy and
no,
he's fast. You know what I mean? So he said he just stuck his hand out, felt him, looked before, shot it, bang, lobbed. Manuel Neuer, not a waste man of a goalkeeper by any means. One of your boys, Eve, left back, Renato Viega, being very impressed with him. A mammoth of a man. What is he, like 6'2", 6'3"? Hench, fast, can play centre back, can play left back. Guys just can't get past him. And I did buy.
he played CDM as well. He's very good
Yes,
in
yeah,
CDM as well.
just an athlete, just a great
Mm.
athlete. And I brought him on FIFA Manager mode and FC Manager mode, should I say? Sorry, if you don't want to, if you want to sponsor us, you know what I mean. Yeah, I brought him on FC Manager mode, and he's just slotted into my team nicely. And yeah, I'm very been impressed with him. Bukayo at PSG, obviously, I was impressed with Bukayo last year as well at PSG, but obviously, minutes. And Mbappe being the main man, he's gonna get the light, but he's just come in and stepped in off the left. You already know what time it is. Michael Olise, again, for those of you that follow the Premier League, already knew that this guy was a baller, but he's taken his game to another level at Bayern Munich. I think it might have been the Villa game when he dropped the shoulder, cut in, and the goal he just saved it. Like, even though it wasn't a goal, that movement alone, and he's getting so many goals, so many assists. He's made to be there, in my personal opinion. I think, yeah, and I remember I sent you the video of the Crystal Palace fan breaking down the difference between Olise and Eze, and why one has gone to Bayern Munich and why one remained at Palace. And it's like Olise, when he's on the pitch, he's like, I'm meant to be here. This is my thing. This is my team. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this guy's essentially gone there, and they've got great wingers. Coleman, Gnabry, Sane. Do you know what I mean? And he's now the guy. The Bayern Munich media team, every chance they get, they're bloody putting him on camera because he's just a star. He's just a star. Um, I who else? Obviously Morgan Rogers,
Yeah.
and he will go for 70 million if he sold, you trolls out there, bro. Can't stand these guys, honestly. And the young winger from Bayern Munich, Jamie Boyne Gittins, is that his name? I've probably botched
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name.
from Borussia Dortmund. Yeah,
Yeah, really
yeah,
liked him. Scored a great goal in the Champions League. Obviously, again, he was playing last year, but this year Champions League. I feel
yeah.
like Champions League is when you're bored on the Champions League and you've been doing it in the league. That's when I feel comfortable. Like, okay, cool. You know what? I feel comfortable saying your name. Is there anyone else? No, that's all I've got so far. In terms of the people that um I've been impressed with so far. Obviously, you've got the Jao Neves and stuff, like you said, but these are just the guys that I've been impressed with. All right, Eve, let's talk NFL, man. Yeah, I watched college football yesterday. Actually, I watched the
Yeah,
Alabama.
I put some of it on. Was it the
Yeah.
Alabama game?
Yeah, they got touched, man, by South
Yeah.
Carolina. They got bullied. And then there was another one as well. Like, yeah. Yeah, without no sports, bloody hell, man. What's going on? All right, cool. NFL so far. Let's speak on the last week's game, the Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. Arguably game of the season thus far.
Yeah.
Your Bengals, I don't know what's their record right now. Let me just go.
It's bad. It's 1-4. 1 and
Is it
4.
is it actually 1-4? I
Yeah,
know, I know, I know you haven't been winning, but I didn't know it was 1-4. Let me
yeah,
just
it's that bad.
let me go find it right now. You're playing the Giants, so you're gonna win. Yeah, 1-4. So what's been the problem so far, man?
Um, I wouldn't even say like our offense has been bad. It's actually been quite decent. Joe Burrow's stats are unbelievable at this moment in time, and the fact that we're a 1-4 team is crazy. The problem is that our coaching is just not facilitating him
Yeah.
and our team at this moment in time. Our defense isn't great. Even though they did well against Derrick Henry last week.
Until the last run. Until the last
Until the
run.
last one, yeah, exactly. It's a 4-quarter game, so you've got to stay locked in, and they didn't. And this is the problem. The defense isn't great, and
That holder though. Oh,
yeah,
the game is there. The
yeah,
game was right
that's
there.
it. That's it. And even that's what's frustrated me. Is in the overtime is that we had Joe Burrows going for it. In overtime, and we went with just the kicker. Why are we going for a field goal? We could have done the game there. We could
You
have
could
gone
have
for
won
a
the game. You
touchdown.
could have won
We'd have
for it.
gone for a touchdown. Joe
Yeah.
Burrows was fielding it.
Yeah.
So why go so safe with it and go for a field goal?
Yeah.
I know our field goal, our kicker is good, but
The holder.
yeah, I was just devastated with the result.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it was the game of the season. But yeah, nothing's running for Cincinnati. I feel sorry for Burrows. I feel like we're not doing him any justice at this moment in time. But yeah, the coaching staff needs to shake up. I think they need to shake that up very soon because this is unbelievable to see.
Yeah, because a team that's talented like that, you shouldn't be having this turmoil. Obviously, it doesn't help that, T. Higgins, playing on the franchise tag. Jamar Chase wanted a contract extension, even though it is 2 years early. He wanted it, and he had to get a policy on himself or whatever. So maybe, I don't know, like, it's the nuances thing. Like, when you sign guys early to a contract, it's not even the fact that you're paying them early, it's the fact that you're giving them peace of mind so they can truly perform. Because
Yeah,
the back of their mind, they may not go that extra yard because, oh, if I get injured, like if he tackles me on my leg, you know what I mean? It's just little things. It's little things. And as it pertains to that game specifically, the Baltimore Raven defense, obviously Humphrey got the pick, but we've not really been that good defensively. We've not
no,
been our defense has been a bit shaky this season, even though we got good guys at the back, Raycon Smith, what's this called? Kyle Hamilton, Humphrey, Wiggins, or whatever. We let some guy go. We let Patrick McQueen go. He went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You lot got Geno Smith from us, who was getting picks galore last season. You know what I mean? But end of the day, you've got two-time MVP in Lamar Jackson, who he's taking this game to another level, man. And obviously Derrick Henry is king hit like that run. Oh my gosh. And like you said, they detained him for like what, 3/4 of the game. And then he just got that last one and boom. I I don't know, man. Like the question I have about the Baltimore Ravens is like, are we ever gonna, especially with Lamar Jackson, are we ever gonna have elite wide receivers? Or are they gonna be able to show the stuff? Because obviously, like he can throw the ball and he's gotten better at throwing the ball, but he's a dynamic maestro in it. So
yeah,
if there's space for him to run, he's gonna run it because no one's gonna catch him because he's that dynamic. So Zay Flowers, I need to see some improvements from him. Obviously, we still got Mark Andrews. Isaiah Likely been balling out and stuff, but yeah, man, I feel like we just need to improve offensively. I want to talk about the Washington Commanders, the Heisman winning trophy, Jayden Daniels. If you want to go first, bro, because that guy's been balling for fun, man.
I didn't know what to expect from him. I was like, obviously he's a Heisman Trophy winner, and they don't just give those out for free.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect much this season from him. I think I expected maybe next season for him to find his flow, and also Caleb Williams, to talk about Caleb Williams a bit more.
Mm.
But yeah, Jayden Daniels has just taken over the league. The breakout game, obviously, against my team, Cincinnati Bengals, where he was just untouchable. No one could
Yeah.
get close to
Yeah.
him. Yeah, he's impressed me very much. And I actually think he could be the face of the league in seasons to come.
Yeah, he could. Like the league's really in good hands, and they're playing the Baltimore Ravens later.
Yeah.
And that's must see TV. I normally watch Red Zone unless the Ravens are playing.
Same.
But no. So today we've got a stacked NFL. Bloody hell, man! Love Sundays.
I know.
I really do.
This is it. Since getting into NFL, Sundays are so
It's amazing,
much
isn't
better.
it? It's so much better. Ah, I feel sorry for my wife and kids, man.
I know.
Honestly, I do.
This is
bro.
it. When Victoria wants to watch a movie, I'm like, NFL today. She's like, oh, it's Sunday.
Oh man. So I'm the type of guy. I know what I'm gonna have to spend time. Like Thursday is gonna be date night.
Yeah, this is
That's
it.
that's what I'm gonna have to do. Spend time with the kids on the weekend.
Yeah.
We'll go church. When we come back from church, no one talk to dad.
It's my
And like, yeah, leave
day,
me alone.
yeah.
I've given you lot the love this week, bro. Honestly. From Super Sunday, first kickoff, second kickoff, NFL, NBA game, bedtime. That's it, bro. Honestly, crikey. But yeah, Jayden Daniels. See, Jayden Daniels, it was like it must have been like 3 years ago, yeah, because I still had BT Sport back then, and that's when BT Sport shows all the college games.
Yeah.
And he was playing I think he was at Arizona State,
Mm.
and it was just like I was just like, you know what, I'm bored. Let me just watch a game. And I was like, who the hell is this kid? And Terry and what's his name? The guys at the American podcast. I forgot their name, crikey. But anyway, I remember I put on Twitter, I said, who's this Daniels kid who plays for Arizona State? And obviously Terry lives in Arizona. He said, oh yeah, he's boom, boom, boom. If he stays in college and if he balls out, he's going to be a first round pick. But obviously he was a freshman back then. And the NFL is not like one and done with the NBA. You have to do, I think, 3 years, I think, because you have to get physically strong and stuff like that because it's a men's league, isn't it? And then he made the move to LSU. He balled out in LSU, but it's LSU. You're always gonna ball out, especially if you've got a guy like Malik Neighbors as well and stuff. But yeah, no, like I didn't expect him to ball out like this, especially with the Commanders as well. Like it's not a premier team, but they got Terry McLaurin balling out. Like Terry McLaurin, like, people forgot about Terry McLaurin Robinson, who got shot before last season, and then when he came back, he walked out to 50 Cent mini men balling out, and then he's so and he. People are comparing him to Lamar, and that's not really fair because he is like he's a freshman and obviously rookie, and Lamar's two-time MVP. But what I would say is already he's a better thrower of the ball than Lamar Jackson was in his first season. Because Lamar, his first couple of seasons, he wasn't good at throwing the ball. That's just he was a runner first. You know what I mean? But yeah, this guy, he's definitely got at least 2 MVPs in the cards. If I'm just being completely honest. Caleb Williams. I want to talk about Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears because they actually do look okay. And, he's got a... Luckily for him, the Carolina Panthers were stupid enough to make one of the worst trades. Yeah. And so they've got enough pieces to, improve the O-line, the defense. And he's got Keenan Allen. He's got Rome I forgot his last name. He's got Keenan Allen, he's got Rome, and he's got DJ Moore, right? As his offensive weapon. And Cole Kmet as well, playing tight end, balling out as well, and good run game. Yeah, man, he's started to look like he's coming into his own. What's your thoughts on Caleb so far?
Yeah, it was a slow start, but yeah, he's fine. Yeah, like you say, he's finding his rhythm now. He's getting into the sort of flow of things.
3-2.
Yeah, he's starting to realize what the NFL is all about. So yeah, hopefully he can do well today in the London game against Jacksonville Jaguars. And yeah, no, I've got high hopes on him. I hope he does well because always there's so much pressure on the number 1 pick and for them to go on and do big things. So yeah, hopefully they'll do well because I like Chicago Bears as a franchise. I think Chicago as a city looks beautiful. I really want to go to Chicago.
I want to go as well. Yeah, I really want to go as well. I didn't put this on the list, but the Las Vegas Raiders and Davante Adams, he's had a horror time since he's been there. His mate got traded. I mean, his mate got released. His coach got fucking fired. You know, like he had Garoppolo, he wasn't balling like, and obviously he's older. He wants a new contract. They're probably saying he's gonna get traded. But do you think like if he was to get traded to the Jets, because I want to talk about them in a bit, is that a good fit or what do you think is gonna happen with him, man? Should he have stayed in Green Bay?
Oh, I think it possibly would have worked off better if he did stay at Green Bay.
Yeah,
Jordan Love, they would have sort of
Jordan
found
Love
that.
balling.
Yeah, exactly. They would have found that connection there, and they probably could have gone on to do decent things last season.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Jets move makes sense, I guess, with Aaron Rodgers being his ex teammate. But really, a Jets going to do anything this season? It's a bit of a sticky one, especially with their manager, their coach being sacked
Yeah.
after the first 5 games. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a weird one. But I think everyone kind of thinks that trade is going to happen.
Yeah. I want to talk about a guy who me and you never lost faith on. Sam Darnold. And I remember, like, I never talk about people be like, Sam Darnold's not good. I said, Sam Darnold's a good QB. I'm not saying he's he's gonna win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's a starter QB, and me and you always held that position, and people laughed at us. You know, don't know, boom.
I think we said we feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him, man.
I mean, yeah, we're seeing Aaron Rodgers at Jets suffering and struggling.
Yeah, and he went to the Panthers. He didn't do well there as well.
Well, this is
Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them. Like the franchise, like in certain sports, in the NBA and in the NFL particularly, the team you go to, it will make or break you because again, like if you're a top pick, you're going to a bad team, and they're a bad team not just on the field, off the field as well. Their front office hasn't been. It's true though. Their front office
it is.
probably hasn't been doing something right. The owner's probably impulsive, like we're seeing in Carolina. The GM's probably not good. And then what's going to happen is they're going to bring in a new front office. You're not their guy. Unless you're a franchise player, you're not their guy, and they're gonna trade you. And do you know what I mean? And then you're gonna inherit another man's problems. It may take you like a couple times to find the right team, and it has. Now, obviously, he's not gonna be their guy moving forward because they got JJ McCarthy, who they drafted, but unfortunately, he got injured this year. But Sam Darnold, yeah, man, good QB. I think he's a starting QB in this team. I mean, this league. I don't like. Again, I'm not saying he's gonna win a Super Bowl, but I just think he's a starting QB. Yeah, let's talk about the Jets now. Robert Salah fired after 5 games. The London game was his last game. It's tough playing it's tough being associated with a New York team because they get so much coverage in it. Like he was never gonna last the season though, was he? In it, he wasn't. Man.
No, he wasn't. I think there was all that hype last season. Obviously, I think he had a bit of a grace period last season because of the Rodgers injury.
Yeah.
He kind of was like, I imagine the sort of management were looking at him and saying, oh, we'll give him time. And they gave him 5 games this season, then he's out the door. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but this is the NFL. This is sports in general. If the performance aren't there, they're gonna get rid of you, and it's simple as that.
Yeah. Going back to my Ravens, I forgot to ask you this earlier. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry the best duo in the league or no? Or is it still Travis and Mahomes?
They're falling off though. I feel like they're falling off this season.
I think Travis is a bit falling off. I don't think Mahomes.
Yeah.
Or do you think both? Or do you think
I would
both?
say that combo anyway. Kind of fallen. But yeah, at this moment in time, I would say Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson look like the best duo at this moment in time. Yeah, I can't dispute that.
Because if you're defense, what do you do? Like, what do you actually do? Like, because you got to pack the box, but then that means all the wide receivers might just get open and free and wiggle. And oh man, yeah, it's actually peak. Amazon are getting like, I didn't ask you this. What's your thoughts on Champions League being Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
I think the Thursday game's a bit of a weird one.
It's a bit too much, isn't it?
With Champions League anyway. Because we've got Europa League on Thursday night. We've got the Conference League now on Thursday night. It's a bit too much.
A lot of football.
Yeah, too much football in that one day anyway. So yeah, I think just stick to the Tuesday, Wednesday with Champions League.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, Amazon, please, not just the one game, like more than one game, because it doesn't make sense at this moment in time. We've got all, yeah, like you say, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Can they not spread out one game on those three
Honestly.
days? I don't understand it.
Honestly, like to watch sports, like if to watch all your favorite sports in this country, and you can't even watch the 3 p.m. kickoff, which is still a
Yeah.
joke. You're playing how much, you reckon? $5?
Yeah, over that, yeah.
Yeah, because the Sky Sports
it's
subscription,
silly.
the BT Sports subscription, the Amazon, whatever.
Yeah, because it's Discovery, isn't it now? The BT thing. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money. Yeah.
It is a lot of money. But yeah, going back, like I was saying, sports is keeping all these things. But yeah, like you said, so much good sports content going on. Obviously, there's still full swing. What's the tennis one called again?
Breakpoint.
Yeah, I'm still yet to watch that. You know, I'm waiting. I'm saving that.
It's brilliant.
I know. You told me it's good. I'm waiting. I'm still yet to watch all of season 2 of Full Swing. Drive to Survive, I don't really watch it because I watched the Formula One season, so it's not much. The only thing Drive to Survive is good for is like the behind the scenes stuff. But in terms of the race, like I watch every race anyway, so there's not much. Obviously, I think Netflix got turned down doing a Premier League type of deal. I know they wanted to do like a Premier League type of thing, but I think the team said no, we don't want that, which is fair enough. Cat traded to the Knicks. We didn't speak about this last episode, did we? Or did
No, we didn't. No.
What's your thoughts on that trade?
A bit mixed. I think it could work. I feel so. I don't know about Minnesota. I don't know whether it benefits them in any sort of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Knicks could do something there if it all gels together. But yeah, it's a weird one. He's from New York, isn't he?
Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah. So going back to New York is always nice for a hometown player.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see whether it gels out. I think he developed a lot last season, and I was really impressed with him. So I can understand why they traded for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Obviously,
what do you reckon? What do you reckon about it?
I think obviously he's playing for his former coach in Tibbs, so that's always gonna help. Like the coach that likes you. Obviously being in New York, he is got all the profilings of being a star player. Obviously he's got the celebrity girlfriend, and his aesthetically he has a pleasing game to watch. Like people may not like him, but a big man pause shooting threes is entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? He can handle the ball, play decent post game. It's defensively where I think, okay, if you've got to play Embiid in a 5-game series, Giannis in a 5-game series, Kristaps Porzingis is going to make you play on the perimeter because he's gonna be shooting them threes from, from the halfway line. That guy can shoot it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I think. Like offensively, they're going to be great. Defensively, but obviously they got Mitchell Robinson, but he can't stay healthy. No. And it takes away a bit of their roster because Vincenzo was a really good player for them.
Yeah.
They've got a great starting five. I think they've got a starting five that can compete with the Boston Celtics, like Bronson, Hart, Bridges, OG, and Cat. It looks good on paper, but I think I still have low-key. I've got the Bucks coming out of the East, man. But we're gonna talk about this a bit later. But yeah, who do you think people are sleeping on this season in the NBA? Like they're not talking about these teams enough.
Don't know. I was gonna say Pelicans. I was gonna say my Pelicans.
We can talk about it. We could talk about
I think. I hope Zion, as everyone keeps on saying, stays fit. He's transformed into a sort of different player. And yeah, the fitness is the main key. If he stays fit, we could be up there. We could be there.
I think he wins MVP this year.
You reckon?
I think Zion Williamson is going to win an MVP this year. And this is coming from someone who's been very harsh to criticize him. And I don't take the words back. You're a pro athlete. You've got one job, to be in shape.
Yeah.
I'm in decent shape right now, and that's not my job by any means. You know what I mean? So if I was getting paid millions and millions and millions, I'm being in great shape. And he's lost a lot of weight. Like when I first saw him, initially, like not to sound funny, I thought he was sick. Because when I first seen him, because I was like, what? Like, whoa, like his neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of people are saying that he's on that tablet, that Ozempic.
oh, you
The wait. I was like, shut up, man. I thought that it's really rude. I was like, why are people
the
saying this?
internet, man, the internet is a horrible place, honestly. But yeah, no, I was very harsh on Zion in the past because it's like I remember watching him in college. Like
Mm,
this guy was dynamic, you know. So yeah, I think Zion Williamson is gonna win MVP this year. Obviously they've got DeJounte Murray on the team,
yeah,
great point guard, great defender. You know they've still got CJ McCollum. The Pelicans, I think it's been no secret they've been trying to trade Brandon Ingram, but I don't know if they can trade Brandon Ingram.
no,
Brandon Ingram, I've been disappointed in this guy, man. But again, maybe he's maybe one of those ones where like he needs the ball in his hand. Zion needs the ball in their hand. Like Brandon Ingram needs to have his own team. And then I don't know, but yeah, I think what Zion Williamson's gonna win MVP this year. I truly believe that. Who I think people are sleeping on is the Milwaukee Bucks, though. I truly believe. I feel like Dame Lillard, he's got a off season of training because last year he said it. He came into the off season not training because like when you haven't signed a new deal or you haven't if you're about to get traded, players don't train in case of injury.
mm,
Um, but yeah, he's had a full off season now with the team, training camp. You know, he's like obviously he's a year removed from all the family stuff that was meant to be going on. We don't need to speak on that, whatever. Um, training with Goggins. Let's talk about that.
mm.
Like I sent you the video. He said they did 700 push-ups in 45 minutes. For context, yeah. Again, I'm not a professional athlete. Yesterday I did 400 push-ups in 3 hours and I was tired as hell. By the time I got tired after like 175. And I didn't do this all in a row. I did it in installments of 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. I can't even fathom 700
Mm.
in 45 minutes. And he said Goggins can confirm, and Goggins ain't lying, you know. Um, what's your thoughts on the Milwaukee Bucks? Do you think they're gonna be like under the radar team, or do you think like no, they're gonna come? And I feel like Giannis is gonna come for a vengeance. I feel like people have like kind of not put schmut on his name, but forgot that this guy is a multiple MVP winner champion.
Yeah, he has. His name hasn't really been spoken of. So yeah, I agree with you. I think they've got that enough experience within that team to go on and challenge for the
Yeah.
championship. Would you say they're under the radar though? I think they are thereabouts. I think.
I think people are more so talking about the Sixers and the Boston Celtics more so than they've been talking about the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm.
I think low key hasn't helped that Giannis has been injured the past couple years as well. But yeah, like healthy, he had the Olympics and stuff. Like that guy is just the ultimate competitor. Like he just looks like he wants to win. And yeah, they've got Chris Middleton, they've got Dame and stuff. And I feel like they have to win because I feel like if they don't win this year, they might blow it up and start rebuild. I personally believe
Mm.
that. What about my Sixers? What do you think of my Sixers, man?
Oh, it's a difficult one.
It's a difficult one, isn't
We
it? It
we
always
always
is.
we always start the season here where we're like, oh, on paper they look good.
But they
They
do
look
look good
really
this
good.
year on paper, though. They do, man.
Um, it's just yeah, it's just getting
Injuries.
past these big teams like the Celtics and like you say the Bucks. I think that they'll. I don't know whether they're better than those two teams. If I'm
Yeah,
truly honest.
yeah. I think it's just a case of like staying healthy. I think we have a good starting five. I think we've got a good depth as well. Drummond backup point. We've added Eric Gordon as well. You know, Caleb Martin. What's his name? Reggie. What's his last name, man? Point guard.
Reggie Jackson, is it?
Reggie Jackson. We've added Reggie
Yeah.
Jackson. Obviously, we've still got Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry.
Oh, Lowry, that's his name.
Yeah, starting soon. Yeah, so our team, I think, like we got Eric Gordon, Jerry McCain, Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre Jr., KJ Martin, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Ricky Council, who I do like, Tyrese Maxey, the guy who dunked on LeBron in the Olympics. I can't even
Yeah.
pronounce his name. Sorry, brother. And then we've got the guy we drafted in the second round, Adam Obana. Adam Bonner, sorry.
What's happened? So Jared McCain is going G League, right?
I
They
think they
said.
said he might get some G League minutes, but I do
Yeah.
like him. He has looked like
Yeah,
he
I
can
think he's a
play.
player. I think he's
Yeah.
a player, man.
I do think he's a player, and I do like him. I feel like he can have some good minutes for the team. So yeah, man. Early predictions. Just looking at rosters. Early predictions. Who's gonna make the finals?
Um, I'd say I'll say contenders at the moment. So I think Denver Nuggets will be up there.
Yep.
I think Boston Celtics will be back there also.
Yep.
Thunder look good on paper.
Yeah.
And Dallas Mavericks because of Clay. They've added Clay to that team. So yeah, I think they look good. They look good on paper.
Yeah. I'm gonna say me, Thunder, Mavs. I want to say T-Wolves, you know.
Yeah, I think they'll be there. I think
want to
they'll
say
be there.
T-Wolves. Denver, obviously. I think I said Denver already. Boston, Bucks, Sixers. Yeah, that's who I've got as contenders. I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. If anything else you want to cover, I think that's it, my boy.
Did you watch the boxing yesterday?
I didn't know. I haven't had a chance to watch it. So
yeah,
Eubank, did he win?
Yeah, Eubanks won. It was round.
What was Neymar doing? What was Neymar doing? Why was Neymar? What's he doing?
Neymar was ringside with Conor Ben, and I think it was Neymar's girlfriend.
Yeah, but he was in the ring as well, no?
Yeah, he walked in the ring. I don't know whether he's friends with Conor Ben, but it seemed really awkward, and he was trying to break them up. But it seemed so WWE like. It was just like, oh my god.
Neymar, you're a twig. He's literally like a twig. Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
But he was like doing that. He was like,
what are you doing? Stop.
Don't fight.
Stop it.
So yeah, he got in the ring. Yeah, Eubank wasn't amazing.
It wasn't, no.
He said the weight cut was a real big.
Well, how much did he lose?
It was quite a bit. He keeps on saying that this isn't his weight, but still fights in the division, so it's a bit weird. Who else? Did you? Oh, you didn't see the Fabio Wardley against Fraser Clark.
The two Russians fought last night as well. Did you watch that?
Yeah. Bivol and Burb. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like what everyone thought the fight was going to be, where there was a knockout. A lot of people are saying the decision was a bit corrupt because Bivol, to me, I thought Bivol won. Like it was quite clear. Even Berbatev's corner said you need to knock this guy out, and yet he won on decision.
Points. Oh yeah,
he won on points. It was 116 to 112, which was never. If you watch the highlights, you'll be like, Bivol won this by potentially one or two. So yeah, it was a bit of a, but yeah, no, it was a good card. They run it well. The Riyadh season, Sierra, Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes performed just before the headline.
They know how to make good fights, though, don't they? They do know how to make good fights.
This is it. You've got to give it to the Riyadh season. Yeah, it's been a year since Riyadh season started. So yeah, they've given us the big fights that we've wanted to see. The Usyk Fury, the AJ Dubois fight as well.
Put your money where your mouth is, isn't it?
Simple. This is it. So yeah, I'm happy with Riyadh season, and if they keep on investing in sports, we can't really complain. They're giving us what we need. Entertainment.
Ben Whittaker, man, what happened there, bro? I saw you sent me the thing, and I was just.
Have you seen it? Did you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see the video. Like, what the hell?
Do you think he hit his leg as well? Have you seen the clip fully?
I haven't seen that bit. No. Let me try and see it now. Hold on.
So he claimed that it was his leg or his foot that had been injured, but there's no clip to say that he hit it in any sort of force, but you never know. You never know whether he's tweaked it in the sort of rollover. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Prayers up for Ben. So what he said? So what? His leg got injured. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying his leg or foot has got injured. But a lot of people are saying that he wasn't winning the fight and he was looking for a way out.
Do you think he dragged him?
I don't know. You never know if they get so close. You never know whether Ben Whittaker's like said something in his ear and like the guy's just like rolled him over. I don't know. It's one of the. It's really weird. I've never seen it before.
So I'm just gonna fast forward to the thing because I haven't had a chance to.
It's honestly the weirdest thing.
See, look, I'm looking at this now. Like what the hell? What?
It's weird. It's really weird.
Ben looks gassed though. He looks gassed.
Yeah. That's why people were saying. People were saying he was so gassed out. He was going for shots that he don't usually take.
His eyes looked like they were gonna roll to the back of his
Yeah,
head.
yeah. He was tired. He was knackered. He was going for shots that he doesn't usually take.
Yeah.
And yeah, people were saying he lost, but yeah, the judges on point said it was a draw. So there's obviously a rematch.
And they both went out the ring. That looks staged. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it does. It does look it really staged. Like both of
It
them
looks
had
staged.
the talk and thought, oh, let's do that.
That looks staged. I'm not gonna lie, man. Because
Yeah,
like I've
it's
never
weird.
seen that ever in my years of boxing, boy. I have not. What?
That's what I'm saying. I think you're right in terms of with UFC, decisions are usually right. They're a matter of fact. They
Yeah.
usually get them straight away. With
Yeah.
boxing, it's so opinion based, and
Yeah.
like you see the main card. A lot of people in a lot of people's opinions, Bivol won the fight,
Yeah.
but he lost it on paper.
Yeah.
So it's
That's the
weird.
thing. Like, I do like boxing. I just prefer UFC more low key because it's like you have to hit someone. Like, the only time I've seen a fight in UFC where there weren't much hits was one of like Israel Adesanya's fights. I can't remember who was fighting, but the person wasn't really trying to fight with him. You know what I mean? So he kept saying, "Yo, come hit me, hit me." But with boxing, you've seen fights like I've seen so many Lawrence Okoli fights here when it's like, come on,
Yeah,
bro, like yo, like.
he's a horrible fighter.
Like, go,
He's a
bro. Go for it,
horrible.
bro. Go for it. Like, go for it. Like, who was his last fight? The white guy from Birmingham. No, that was his last
No,
fight. But
actually, he had the fight recently. He had the fight recently, and he actually knocked someone out. So
he's
he's
not. He's
changed.
not. He's not with Thing no more, is he? He's not with
No,
Eddie Hearn
he's
anymore, is
changed.
he?
He's changed completely. He's a different weight division,
So
and
he's not heavyweight no more, is he?
no, I think it's cruiser. Is he cruiserweight? Is he cruiser? I think he was always cruiserweight. I actually think he's light heavyweight or something like that now.
I know he went
Uh,
up one,
I'm not
right?
too sure.
I
I'm not
can't
too
remember,
sure.
but they're like him. Like some of his fights, like some of the obviously, like if he knocks the guy, because he's so lengthy, bro.
Yeah,
Pause. Like he's
yeah.
got such his arm reach is crazy. So I've seen fights where it's just like boom, knock the guy out.
Mm.
But then there's other fights where it's like this is 12 rounds of just like what am I
He's just
watching here? Yeah,
grappling
just
on there. Mm,
grabbing on. It's like yeah, man, it's jarring.
mm.
Who I do like is I like Isaac Chamberlain. I think he's a good fighter. I do think Isaac Chamberlain's a good fighter. But
Mm,
yeah, no, good time for boxing, man. Especially British boxing, British beef and
mm.
stuff. Um, and like I said to you, the fact that Eubanks and Ben, they're both their dads are fighters and stuff. And let's talk about that. Four Kings. I'm yet to watch it. Give me a
Oh,
breakdown, man. Like talk to me about it. Like because you was raving about it. How good is it?
yeah, yeah. I've to be fair, I've watched a lot of the sort of the 1990s sort of stuff with the boxers. Those
Yeah.
boxers in particular, say Frank Bruno,
The one I know
Lennox,
about the most is Bruno. Me personally, I know
yeah,
about Bruno
Frank
the most.
Bruno, Lennox Lewis, Nigel Benn, and Chris Eubank. Which yeah, I've watched a lot of their sort of specific documentaries, and this is kind of all of that in one.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really quite good. It was nice to hear their side of things, like maybe 30, 40 years on. I think Frank Bruno was really affected by some of the stuff that Lennox Lewis said in their build up to the fight, calling him Uncle Tom, which a lot of people know what that means. Is that you kind of neglect your own community, which he kept on saying he hadn't done that. And they actually had a sit down, I think, a year ago. And Frank
Spoke
Bruno
about it.
said to Lennox Lewis, like, that really affected me. It really did, like, knock me down because I was never Uncle Tom. Like, I really did thought I was helping our community by showing my face on TV, like as a black man in the sort of 80s and 90s. There wasn't
Difficult
that represent can't even say it.
representation.
Yeah, representation, and yeah, no, it was nice that they had that moment to chat about things, and yeah, it was good. It is a really good watch if you do watch it.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely will. It's just like you said, but like I said, there's so much content right now. It's like where do bloody yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah,
I
no,
think
it's good.
that more so because of obviously Black History Month.
Yeah,
But yeah, It kind of annoys me that it's just a month.
Just a
Like,
month.
through,
In October as well.
of any other months,
The
could have
fuck?
given us a summer months at
The
least.
fuck? Like, why not August?
Yeah.
I get it because the kids are in school. You want to teach about the kids.
That's it.
Then maybe then why not September? It's warm in September. October.
From the first month, go into school.
The fuck?
That. Like, it is weird.
October, bro. America's even worse. It's February. It's cold as hell.
Yeah, no.
It's cold as hell in February.
I just can't. Yeah, I can't believe it's a month still. But it is weird.
At least at least it's a nice gesture, isn't it? Me, I don't really subscribe to it as much because, like, as you get older, I'm thinking this is just like some form of tokenism. Me personally, that's what I feel. But at least it's something in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great pod, Eve. If you got anything else, I think that's it, my boy.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Episode 76 hourly podcast. I'm on half of the duo Eds, my co-host, my brother, my brethren, Ethan. We're gonna do a start bench drop next season. Oh, that gets people angry, don't it? And that's it. We're out. Peace.